We're now joined by Matthew Rosencrans, a meteorologist and the lead for the seasonal hurricane outlook. And the news, Matthew, is that the mid to late summer outlook came out from the Climate Prediction Center and NOAA for the hurricane season, which kind of solidifies a busy rest of the hurricane season, doesn't it?
It really does. The outlook is relatively unchanged. We're still expecting 17 to 24 named storms and 8 to 13 hurricanes, which is 6 to 11 more than we've already had this year.
The driving factors that we've discussed before, the warm sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic, the removal of the El Nino in the Pacific, are these factors still in play?
Yeah, they're still in play. We're still looking at sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic that are more than 1 degree centigrade above normal. Not quite as warm as last year, but the second warmest that we have on record, going back to 1950. And that's in the Atlantic. In the Pacific, we're still looking at the development of La Nina. It's a little bit later than we expected. Early in the year, we had about a 70% chance of being in La Nina by August, September, October. Now we're at a 66% chance by September, October, November. So it's kind of just slid back about a month. But we're still seeing some circulation changes in the atmosphere around the entire planet, showing that La Nina is emerging. We're seeing more rainfall in the Western Pacific, kind of not too much rainfall in the Central Pacific and the places you would see it during El Nino. So we are seeing those kind of global scale changes towards that La Nina already.
So I know that something that you all look at as well is the West African monsoon. How has it shaped up so far, and what could that tell us for the rest of the season?
Yeah, so the key months to look at with the West African monsoon are June and July. Both of those months across Western Africa had above normal precipitation. Some of them were near record levels for the precipitation. We had a lot of low level inflow, bringing a lot of moist air into Western Africa that really contributed to those rainfall totals.
We've had busy seasons, 2020, 30 named storms. It was wild. We went to an alternative list. So we've been through this before. And having said that, what can people do to make the rest of this season as least stressful as possible?
The real key to having a least stressful hurricane season is preparing now. Going to ready.gov, going to your state emergency manager checklist, going to your local county emergency manager checklist, going through insurance plans, just making a plan with your family and gathering some supplies now can really help you later. Every minute put towards some planning now is multiple minutes saved later when a storm is bearing down on you. And if that keeps you safe and keeps you alive, that's the key and the key result for preparing for this hurricane season.
All right, Matthew Rosencrans, the lead for the seasonal hurricane outlook. Thanks so much for your time today.